Hello friends, now in this lecture we will start new concept, that is rationalization. Rationalization. Although I explain you rationalization in very short, and we also use that concept, but over here we will see the rationalization in detail. So over there we'll take some points. What is rationalization and the related terms? So very first thing is rationalizing factor. Rationalizing factor. That is the first term that you have to understand under the topic rationalization. In short, I used to say it RF, rationalizing factor. See, if the product of two surds or a rational number is a rational number, then each one is called the rationalizing factor of other. Okay, if the product if the product of two surds or irrational numbers or irrational numbers if the product of two surds or irrational number is a rational rational is rational, each one then each one is called then each one is called rationalizing factor of another. Rationalizing factor of other. Okay, for example, root 2 multiply by root 2, or if I say 2 root 3 multiplied by root 3, okay, then each one is called the rationalizing factor of another. Okay, or if I say, suppose I have root 3 minus root 2 multiplied by root 3 plus root 2. Now you can write this example. Okay, take this example, this is better example. Root 3 multiplied by root 2 is equal to root 3 square minus root 2 square is equal to 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Therefore, root 3 minus root 2 is RF of root 3 plus root 2, and root 3 plus root 2 is RF of root 3 minus root 2. Therefore, root 3 minus root 2 is rationalizing factor of root 3 plus root 2, and root 3 plus root 2 is RF of root 3 minus root 2. Okay, because product of these two is equal to 1, which is rational. Okay, therefore I'll say root 3 minus 1 is RF of root 3 plus 2, and root 3 plus root 2 is RF of root 3 minus root 2. Okay, now in this, okay, note it down, then we'll come to the second point. First of all, note it down. Okay, now second point is rationalization. Rationalization. Okay, of converting the process of converting an irrational number the process of converting an irrational number into a rational number into a rational number by multiplying it by multiplying it with a suitable RF is called rationalization. It's called rationalization. Okay, the process of converting an irrational number into a rational number by multiplying it with a suitable RF is called rationalization. Note down this as well. Okay, now after this we'll see the next point. Okay, so here rationalizing factor is clear, rationalization is clear. Now we'll see what is the rationalizing factor for a monomial and for a binomial. Okay, so third point you can say the general form of a monomial third is nth root of a and its RF is a raised to 1 minus 1 upon n. Okay, its rationalizing factor will be given by a minus 1 upon. Example, you can say, uh, suppose we have cube root of 2. Now, or example, suppose we have to find the RF of cube root of 2. Okay, so this is the monomial side. One term is there. Now it's RF. So from here we can say it will be a raised to 1 minus 1 upon n. So RF over here is equal to, see, this is 2 raised to, okay, that is 2 raised to 1 by 3. So its RF will be 1 minus 1 upon 3. That is 2 raised to 3 minus 1 upon 3, that is 2 raised to 2 by 3. Okay, you can check this. See, if you multiply these two, we should get a rational number. Then and only we'll say it's a rationalizing factor. So here 2 raised to 1 by 3 multiplied by 2 raised to 2 by 3 gives you 2 raised to 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3. So 2 raised to 3 by 3, that is 2. So simply we can say the multiplication of these two is a rational number. So each one is the rationalizing factor for another one. Okay, so note it down. Then we'll see the general form of binomial and its RF. Okay, now third one is the sorry next one is the general form of a binomial surd. A binomial surd is the general form of binomial surd is a plus minus root b or root a plus minus root b. Okay, that means number might be 2 plus root 3, okay, 3 minus root 5, or root 2 plus root 7, root 7 minus root 6, okay, or might be I can apply here 2, 3 like that only. So these are the general form of the binomial surds. And and what about, and its RF is, and its RF is its conjugate. Now what is conjugate, that we'll see next. Okay, its RF is its conjugate. So note it down, then I will tell you what conjugate is. Okay, so next we will see here conjugate surd. Conjugate surd. So two binomial surds which differ which differ only in the sign, that is plus minus, which differ only in the sign between them are called conjugate surds. Okay, are called conjugate surds. That means if I say 2 plus root 3 is a surd, then its conjugate will be 2 minus root 3. Just we have to change the middle sign. Okay, so two surds are differ just because of this sign, so they are called conjugate surd of each other. Suppose I have a surd root 5 minus root 3, then root 5 plus root 3 will be its conjugate. Okay, now suppose I have minus root 5 minus root 11, then minus root 5 plus root 11 will be its conjugate. Or I can also write, see, if I write this in this way, then by changing this sign again I will get its conjugate. So simply you have to take care of the middle sign. Whatever is the sign of the first term, be least bother about that. If you change the middle sign, then the surd you will obtain will be the conjugate surd of the given surd. Okay, so conjugate surds, two binomial surds which differ only in the sign, that is plus minus between them, are called conjugate surds. Take it this, then we'll see some questions based on the rationalization. Okay, now we'll start question based on rationalization. So very first question that I am taking, okay, page number 74, example 1. Page 74, example 1. Okay, it is find the rationalizing factor of. Okay, find the rationalizing factor of find RF of. Now in this first one is 1 upon root a. Okay, you have to find its rationalizing factor. That means by what number you multiply the denominator so that it becomes the rational. So answer is simply root a, isn't it? Root a, if you multiply root a by root a, you will get a. So here RF is root a. Second one is 1 upon a plus minus root b, a plus minus root b. So as I told you, for a binomial surd, the RF will be its conjugate. That means RF will be a binomial surd in which sign will be opposite to the given sign. So here it is plus minus, so here I can write RF is a minus plus root b. See, here actually in one question there are two questions. When they are plus sign is there, then what will be RF? So answer will be a minus root b. And when it is a minus root b, then answer will be a plus root b. Okay. Now this its third one. It is root 5 minus root 2. It's root 5 minus 2. So RF is root 5 plus 2. Okay, so note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we'll see the example number 2. It's second one. Okay, example number 2. It's second and third, that we'll see over here. Page 75, example 2. Okay, page number 75, example number 2. Find the denominator after rationalizing. Question is find the denominator. Okay, example 2, its second part. Find the denominator. Find the denominator after rationalizing the denominator of rationalizing the denominator of 7 upon 2 root 3 minus 2 root 2. Okay, so what we have to find? Denominator after rationalization. What will be the denominator? So let us see its solution. Here we have 7 upon 2 root 3 minus 2 root 2. Okay, so to rationalize its denominator, we need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of this. Okay, let me explain you once again. Here we have to rationalize the denominator, and just right now we saw the rationalizing factor, that means a term by which we should multiply this given term so that it becomes rational, will be the conjugate of this. That means here if it is minus sign, so if I take over here plus, and if I multiply the numerator and denominator. Now why I should multiply numerator and denominator both? See, whatever I don't want to make the change in the question. Okay, so if I multiply anything in the denominator, so to balance I have to multiply same thing in the numerator. So this I will rewrite in this way: 7 upon 2 root 3 minus 2 root 2 multiply by 2 root 3 plus 2 root 2 divided by 2 root 3 plus 2 root 2. Okay, here I multiply, see, my target was to rationalize the denominator, and to do so I need to multiply the denominator by its conjugate. Okay, by its conjugate, that is this. Now as I am multiplying the denominator by any number, I need to multiply the same number in the numerator as well. So this will become this 7 and this remains as it is. And in the denominator, if you observe carefully, again it is possible to apply one identity. This is a minus b, a plus b. That is a square minus b square. So 2 root 3 whole square minus 2 root 2 whole square. Okay, so 7 2 root 3 plus 2 root 2 upon, now 2 root 3 whole square gives you 2 square is 4, root 3 square is 3, 4 3s are 12, minus over here 2 square is 4, root 2 square is 2, 4 2s are 8. So when you simplify it further, see, numerator remains same, and one thing more, here actually they are asking the denominator, so that's why we will keep the numerator as it is, even though it is possible to simplify. Okay, I'm going to keep it as it is. And denominator over here becomes 12 minus 8, 4. So our answer is 4. So the denominator of the given expression after rationalization becomes 4. So that is our final answer. Okay, here one thing can be done further. Let me explain you. 4 is one of the answer definitely, but here if you observe carefully, 2 can be taken common from the numerator. So if I do so, here I will get 7 multiplied by 2, root 3 plus root 2, root 3 plus root 2, and divided by 4. Now I can cancel this, so ultimately I will get 7 root 3 plus root 2 upon 2. Therefore our answer is 2. Denominator of the given expression after rationalization is 2. Answer is 2. Okay, so you can note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we will see third question of the question number 2, main question 2, its third part. Okay, question says if 1 upon 5 plus root 2 is equal to, see, you will get this type of so many questions in your further examples, but right now it is question if 1 upon 5 plus 2 root 2 is equal to a plus b root 2 is equal to a plus b root 2, then find the value of a and b. Then find the value of a and b. Okay, so I'm giving you 1 minute. Try to solve it by your own. Then I will give you its solution. Okay, let us see how to solve this. Okay, so here we have 1 upon 5 plus root 2 is equal to a plus b root 2. So two things by which we should we'll get the way that how should we start this. See, first of all, here denominator is irrational. So I told you whenever we find the denominator irrational, we'll try to make it rational. This is the one thing by which we can start. Another thing, as we have to find the values of a and b, and over here we can see a and b are in the numerator, and there is nothing in, definitely 1 is in the numerator. So anyhow we have to remove this denominator, because here in denominator we have 1. So anyhow we have to make the denominator 1 over here so that we can compare. Okay, so we'll start with rationalizing this. So for that, what we supposed to do, we used to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the binomial denominator. Okay, as I multiplied this, actually my target was to make it rational, and so that I multiplied it by 5 minus root 2, and to compensate the equation I need to multiply in the numerator as well. So this is equal to a plus b root 2. Now over here in the numerator I do write 5 minus root 2, 1 multiplied by this, and in the denominator you will get again one identity, that is a square minus b square. A plus b, a minus b. So a square, that is 5 square, minus root 2 square is equal to a plus b root 2. Okay, so here, now here it is 5 minus root 2. Denominator I can write 25 minus 2. It is 25 minus 2 is equal to a plus b root 2. Now 25 minus 2 is 23. So next I can write this 5 minus root 2 upon 23 is equal to a plus b root 2. Further I can write this, see there are two terms, so we do write the left hand side in the form of two terms. I can write 5 upon 23 minus 1 upon 23 root 2 is equal to a plus b root 2. Now these two expressions are equal according to question. It is given that this 1 upon 5 plus root 2 is equal to a plus b root 2. Okay, as these two are equal, it means if I compare the left hand side and right hand side, here this is root 2 and the coefficient of root 2 is b, and over here coefficient of root 2 is minus 1 upon 23. So by comparing the left hand side and right hand side, we will get the values of a and b. So now on comparing both sides we get what we get. A is equal to 5 upon 23 and b is equal to minus 1 upon 23. Okay, keep the in your mind that sign is negative over here, and whatever is the coefficient of root 2 will be equal. Here it is b, here it is equal to minus 1 upon 23. So values of a and b are 5 upon 23 and minus 1 upon 23. Okay, so note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next we will see example number 5 from page number 76. Example 5, page number 76. Next we will solve that. Okay, page number 76, example 5, its first one. Okay, rationalize, okay, simplify the following by rationalizing the denominator. Simply we have to rationalize 6 upon 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3. 6 upon 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3. We have to rationalize this. So, see, one thing that you have to keep in your mind, as we have to rationalize the denominator, simply we will multiply the numerator and the denominator by its conjugate. So here I do write 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3 as it is, and now over here I multiply by 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Here 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Okay, so now numerator remains same. For a while I won't multiply this, I'll keep it as it is. Okay, because it is quite possible that after the simplification of denominator, this 6 may cancel. If at the end we find that this 6 is not being cancelled with the denominator, then we'll multiply this 6 in the numerator. Otherwise, we'll keep it as it is. Now, over here, a minus b, a plus b. That is a square minus b square. So 6 multiplied by 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Okay, 2 root 3. Now over here, square of this. So 3 square 9, 2 square 4. So 9 fours are 36. Here I will get 36. Okay, here 2 square 4, root 3 square is 3. So 4 3s are 12. And over here actually it should be 18. 3 square 9, root 2 square is 2. So 18 minus 12. Now 18 minus 12 is 6 actually. So simply I can cancel these two 6. So I'll get my final answer like 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Okay, I skip one step. After writing 6, I can cancel them. So this is going to be my final answer. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next question, that is second part of the fifth one. So let me solve this over here only. Second part of the fifth one. Okay, it is 7 root 3 minus 5 root 2. Okay, 7 root 3 minus 5 root 2 upon 7 root 3 minus 5 root 2 upon root 48 plus root 18. Root 48 plus root 18. Root 48 plus root 18. So okay, so now definitely we have to follow the same method. We have to rationalize the denominator. For that we'll multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. Now before doing so, you can see that this is root 48, which is actually is equal to 16 into 3. So this can be written as 4 root 3. Similarly, root 18 is 9 into 2, root 9 into 2, so 3 root 2. So definitely I can simplify in this way and then proceed. So let us see how to solve this. So here 7 root 3 minus 5 root 2 upon root 48. So instead of root 48 I do write 16 into 3. Okay, and root 18 I do write root 9 into 2. Okay, so this will become 7 root 3 minus 5 root 2 upon 4 root 3 plus 3 root 2. Okay, 4 root 3 plus 3 root 2. Let me check the sign over here. Yes, it is negative and positive. Now definitely I'll apply the concept of rationalization. So here I do multiply the numerator and the denominator by 4 root 3 minus 3 root 2 upon 4 root 3 plus 3 root 2. Okay, so now over here this is term to term. I have to multiply term to term. 7 root 3 with these two, then 5 root 2 with these two. Okay, so 7 root 3 into this. So this gives you 28. 7 into 4, 28. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. Then 7 root 3 with this. So this gives you minus 21. 7 into 3 is 21. Root 3 into root 2 is root 6. Okay, then over here 5 4s are 20 minus 20 and root 6. And here plus 5 3s are 15 multiplied by 2 divided by, now over here a square minus b square. So however I know a square is root 48, b square is root 18, but still I am writing in this way, a square minus b square. Okay, now after this let me solve this over here. Now 28 into 3, it is 84 minus c, this is minus root 21 root 6, this is minus 20 root 6. So this gives you minus 41 root 6 and plus 30 divided by, whole divided by 4 root 3 square. So this should be 16 into 3, that is 48. And this 9 into 2, 18 minus 18. Okay, now over here 84 plus 30. Minus 41 root 6 divided by 30. So this is the final answer for 114 minus 41 root 6 upon 30. So please note it down. Okay, now we'll see question number 6. It is if root 5 is equal to, okay, value of root 5 is given. Okay, next example or question is example 6. If root 5 is equal to, on page number 76, example 6. If root 5 is equal to 2.236, it is the approximate value of root 5, then we have to find the value of, then 2 upon root 5 is equal to what? Okay, so it is given root 5 is equal to 2.236, then what will be the value of 2 upon root 5? So make that thing in your mind very clear, that definitely by putting the value of root 5 over here, you are not supposed to solve this. It is going to take so much time. Then what we have to do? Let us see. So it is 2 upon root 5. So first of all, I do rationalize the denominator, and for that I'll multiply the numerator and the denominator by this. So this gives me 2 root 5 upon 5. Okay, 2 root 5 upon 5. Now definitely I can put the value of 5 over here. So 2 into, okay, now one thing more, see, when I put the value of root 5, then after multiplying, then definitely again I have to divide it by 5. Now I don't even want to divide, then I will use a concept of chapter 1. Over there I told you, whenever we have to find the decimal form of any number, then it will be easy if the denominator contains 10, 100, 1000 and so on. So here it is very easy to make it 10. For that I need to multiply the numerator and denominator by 2. So here I do write 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by root 5 divided by 5 multiplied by 2. So here finally I will get 4 multiplied by root 5, that is 2.236, and then divided by 10. Now I'll multiply 4 into this, and then just by shifting the decimal I'll get my answer. So this is 8.894 divided by 10. So final answer will be 0.8944. This will be the final answer. Okay, now we'll see example number 8, page number 77. Example number 8, page number 77. On page number 77, I'll take example number 8 and I will solve second one for you. Okay, again here it is find the value of the following up to 3 places if it is given. Okay, over here it is given the value of root 3, root 10 and root 5. So the second example, it is we have root 10 is equal to 3.162. Again this is approximate value. Then root 5 is given, that is again 2.236, approximate value 2.236. Now we have to obtain the value of expression root 10 minus root 5. Root 10 minus root 5 upon root 2. This we have to find. Okay, root 10 minus root 5 divided by root 2. We have to find the value of this expression. So let us see how to solve this. But obviously I'll start by rationalizing the denominator. So here root 10 minus root 5 upon root 2 multiplied by root 2 upon root 2. Okay, so over here when I multiply I'll get root 20 minus root 10 upon root 2 square, that is 2. Now root 20 can be written as root of 4 multiplied 5, and root 10 we have direct value upon 2. On solving it further, here I will get 2 root 5 minus root 10. 2 root 5 minus root 10 upon 2. Okay, now definitely I'll put the value of root 5, root 10, then subtraction, and then divided by 2. So let us do up to this point, then we'll see whether it is easy to divide it by 2 or we have to make 10 in the denominator. But first I'll put the values of root 5 and root 10. So 2.236 and over here 3.162. 3.162 divided by 2. So 4.472 minus 3.162 divided by 2. Okay, now subtraction. 1.130 divided by 2. Okay, so just divide this and you will get the final answer. Okay, so this is 0.655. So this is the final answer. Please note it down. Okay, now we'll see example number 9th. Example number 9, page number 77, it's third one. Okay, simplify each of the following by rationalizing the denominator. Okay, so we have to simplify by rationalizing the denominator. 2 root 3 plus root 5. 2 root 3 plus root 5 divided by 2 root 2 minus 2 root 2 minus 3 root 3. Okay, 2 root 3 plus root 5, 2 root 2 minus 3 root 2. We have to simplify this. So we'll start by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator to rationalize this. Okay, 2 root 2 minus 3 root 3. So here I will multiply by 2 root 2 plus 3 root 3. Okay, now when we multiply these two, we have to multiply term to term because this is a product of two binomials. So 2 root 3 multiplied by 2 root 2, or I can multiply them directly. Okay, 2 root 3 into 2 root. So 2 into 2, 4. Root 3 into root 2 is root 6. So 4 root 6. Then 2 root 3 with this. So 2 into 3 is 6. And root 3 into root 3 is again 3. So this. Then root 5 into this. So 2 root 10. Okay, root 5 into root 2 is root 10 and 2 into 1. So 2. And over here 15, sorry, root 3 root 15. 3 root 15. Okay, root 5 into root 3 become root 15. Now, in the denominator, we always get, whenever we rationalize the binomial, then in denominator, we always get an identity of a square minus b square. So, over here, I do get 2 root 2 square minus 3 root 3 square. Okay. Now, on simplifying it further, see 4 root 6, this remains as it is. 4 root 6 remains as it is. Now 6 into 3 plus 18. Then 2 root 10 remains as it is. And over here this 3 root 15 also remains as it is. Now in denominator, see, this is 2 root 2 square, that is 2 square 4 and root 2 square is 2. So here I do write 4 multiplied by 2 minus. Similarly 3 square 9 and root 3 square is 3. So 9 multiplied by 3. Okay, so 4 root 6 plus, now here, although this is absolutely correct, but still I can write the irrational terms all together and this 18 at the end. So, or I can take 18 over here, then 4 root 6 plus 2 root 10 plus 3 root 15. In the denominator, 4 2s are 8 minus 27. Okay, so here final answer. See, these all are unlike terms, so we have to take these terms as it is without making any changes, and in the denominator I'll get minus 19. Although this answer is absolutely correct, but whenever we find negative in the denominator or in the numerator, it is in the standard form. Minus sign neither should be in the numerator nor should be in the denominator. It should be in the middle like this. So here 18 plus 4 root 6 plus 2 root 10 plus 3 root 15 upon 19. So this is the final answer. Please note it down. Okay, so this is your homework for this lecture. Please note it down. Okay, so that is all about this lecture. Now we'll meet in next lecture. Till then, bye. Thank you.